When it comes to raising individuals from childhood with values that enable them to stay responsible, confident, respectful, while struggling to maintain a balance between showing love at all times and correcting when appropriate, now that can be quite a task, and some parents, well, most parents have to be emotionally prepared to see this journey through. Joining us this morning to treat this important topic is our in-house parenting coach, Izefua. I like to call you that because we love having you here and it feels really comfortable talking about this with you.
Yeah, I love being here.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so emotions. Are parents even allowed to be emotional? You know, it doesn't feel like parents are allowed to show emotion these days when it comes to parenting. They're supposed to just do the right thing no matter what.
So I love what you said. Are parents allowed to be emotional? That's why we're having this conversation. What does it mean to be emotional? I think that over the years, we've experienced a disservice by not understanding what emotions really are, and the role emotions play. So you hear people say things like, stop being emotional. The big question is, what is emotion and what does it mean to be emotional really? That's the big question. So what are emotions? The reason why a baby came into being in the first place is because there was an emotion somewhere that happened between daddy and mommy.
Okay? Love.
Love.
Hopefully.
Yes, love. Hopefully, love. Even when it's not love, even when you have situations of probably rape or whatever, there is an emotion that happened that
led to the situation.
Allowed the rapist to do whatever it is that he did, right? So basically, what are emotions? What do we need to know about emotions? The first thing I'd say is emotions are messages. So when you say, are parents allowed to be emotional? It's like you're saying, are parents allowed to breathe? Are parents allowed to eat? Are parents allowed to live? Because at the core of everything that we do in our life is an emotion.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm thinking of the fact that parenting and emotions haven't really been said to go hand in hand.
Yes.
It's always been things like discipline or structure, you know, that have been associated with parenting.
That's because we don't understand what it is, what emotions is. So even the act of discipline is founded on emotions. Let me dive into this, Titi. Behind every behavior, behind every parenting style, behind every behavior a child puts up or every response a parent puts up is an emotion.
Okay.
Let's get practical. When my child acts up and misbehaves, in quote, how do I feel? I feel something. I feel disappointed.
Okay.
I feel angry. I feel irritated. And it is that feeling that I have and the thoughts that I think, how I interpret the situation that influences how I behave.
Okay.
So most of the time we focus on the behavior, but really what I'm saying is the behavior that we put out, whether as parents or our children, they're driven by a feeling and the thoughts.
Okay, as a parent now, what do I need to know about emotions to make me a better parent?
First thing, know that the way you're feeling, the way your child is feeling is normal.
Okay.
And by that, I say normalize it. You know, when a baby is born, we're very comfortable if the first thing that baby does is to cry.
Yeah.
And if the baby doesn't cry, the baby doesn't have life. But as they begin to grow, the cry and all the other feelings begin to irritate us. And yes, is that why you're crying? Is that why you're angry? Is that why? As a parent, you need to be aware that for you to deeply understand who that child is, for you to deeply help that child thrive and grow, you must normalize feelings. And by that, I mean, if your child shows anger, the way we feel morally responsible to raise our children academically, to instill values, we should begin to feel responsible to help our children navigate the world of their emotions.
Okay.
We talk about mental health and all those things right now. It begins from how you manage feelings.
So the feelings I think of off the top of my head that my kids express.
Yes.
Anger, sadness,
Yes.
happiness,
Yes.
and then excitement.
Yes.
So if, for instance, I notice that they're sad, what is my response supposed to be?
So the first I would ask you is, when they're sad, how does their sadness make you feel? It's two ways. It is both this is just about being smart with feelings, is understanding their feeling, your feeling, and using both to work. So if your daughter, Amber, is sad, how does it make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel uncomfortable, but also I'm heading towards feeling sad as well.
So what's feeling sad?
Because I feel like it's probably my fault, or I did something that, you know.
So I love what you said. I feel like it's my fault. That's your thought. And the thinking of I did something, what does it make you do? Many times your response now comes not from whatever is going on with her, but how even you are feeling and thinking.
Okay.
So that way you may want to overprotect her. So you find sometimes parents don't want their kids to be sad because they feel being sad is bad.
Okay.
And there is nothing with being sad.
Okay.
Sadness is a message. And typically I would say if you feel sad, sadness just tells you that something you love is going away.
All right.
So it is for me to support my daughter first, to be able, or my children to know that sadness is okay. Mommy, I feel sad right now. So how do they now learn to navigate the sadness that they feel in a way that they have the result that they want? Even you as an adult.
But I guess in the end, I think we might have to figure out how to even deal with our own sadness as parents. That's a whole other ballgame.
The same, it's
and
the same.
I wish we had
yeah.
time to talk about how parents can deal with their own emotions before even dealing with the kids. I was thinking, okay, before we go to a break, as a parent now that doesn't really understand her own emotions, you know, can I actually expect to be a very good parent to my child's emotions, for instance?
Emotions drive behavior. Emotions determine who you are, how you respond. So to help your child, you need to become emotionally literate. So for time, I would say, first of all, we need to begin to cultivate the comfort with feelings first. Name how we feel. So notice that you're feeling a particular way at the moment. Have a vocabulary. We don't even have vocabularies for our feeling. All we know is happiness, sadness, excitement, joy. But there are other feelings. There's overwhelm. There's awe. Name it, notice it, name it, and then begin to navigate it, which is a totally different subject. But a comfortable way to start is, let's stop judging emotions. Get curious about how you're feeling and know that what I'm feeling is normal. It's okay. It's a message to me. What do I need to do with this?
Okay. All right. Izefwa, it's always interesting having you in the studio. We appreciate you. And of course, we always have our social media handles right there for you to make your comments and contributions. If you have a question, why not post it online and use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria at TVC Connect.